I'd like to introduce someone who I share a very special bond with. My name. Armaan Parwana loves debate and boxing, as well as getting to know the world through travel and through politics. That's a lot of different interests to balance, and somehow he's found a way, and he's learned a thing or two about the practice. His talk is about losing balance and finding it again. So give it up for Armaan Parwana.
You wake up like any other day. Get ready, go to school, tired as usual because you are up all night on your phone. You walk into class and realize you have a test today. It was the one you remember thinking about, then procrastinating about, and then eventually forgot about. And it came back to ruin your beautiful, sunny day. You begin to sweat and shake as you hear your heart pumping through your chest. Knowing you're extremely unprepared, you continuously stare at the page, hoping that an answer would come to your head, but the paper just stared back blank. That was me not even a few months ago. On that test, I got a 6.5 out of 25. Not my greatest moment. Please, don't tell my mom. Even though when I saw this score, it felt like I was at rock bottom, I thought to myself, what had led me to this point? I came to the inevitable conclusion I had no balance in my life. Instead, all I saw was wave after wave of studying coming at me. And instead of learning to surf, I pretended it wasn't coming. I avoided studying, and when the wave hit, the test, it knocked me over. I live in Burnaby, BC with my two older brothers that set my parents' expectations sky high. Ever since I was little, it felt like I've been involved in 1,000 different activities. Volunteering, playing sports, playing an instrument, debating. I was always busy, and I always seemed to manage to a minimal level. Once I reached grade 11, I became busy. Like busy. Between school subjects, extracurriculars, and family priorities, I was overwhelmed. I had no time for me. I was constantly tired, unhappy, and unsatisfied with my life. I compared my life to others and became extremely jealous, thinking about how I should be more like them, having more fun and happier. I always thought of myself as the victim, but refused to change anything about myself. I looked at every obstacle and saw it as a mountain, too tall to climb. In my defense, no one had taught me how to climb a mountain. People just expected me to know how to climb. I didn't understand how to balance my life. This is when I thought to myself about the idea of balance. Was it something that you just automatically knew? And once you knew it, did everything just magically fit into place? When I reflected on the idea of balancing my life, I thought to myself, if it was actually really something I could work on, and would it be worth it? Research suggests that when we're out of balance, we become stressed and overworked. Therefore, we end up putting our physical and mental health at risk. A study conducted by UCL of more than 10,000 workers found that those who worked 3 or more hours longer had a 60% higher risk of heart-related problems. When we look at how much our work drains us and in addition don't take care of ourselves, we decide to gamble with our health and ignore the ideas of balance. In balance, we are also able to find more engagement and satisfaction from our activities, which can lead to more increased efficiency in different activities. A global survey by Tower Parents found that engaged employees were able to perform better and with more efficiency. From this, we can learn when we're not constantly stressed, we're able to put 100% of our effort into the tasks we're working on. This efficiency allows us to have more time for the things we care about. However, balance is hard for students. Limited time and energy means we're required to sleep more. And since our brains are still evolving, we're constantly tired and hungry. Research says that physical and mental health development is necessary for children to develop in a mature way. When we neglect these aspects of our lives, we miss out. Another cause of our constant struggle with balance is since as students, we have so many expectations we need to conform to, such as social norms, school demands, cultural norms, that can create added stress and make it challenging to prioritize personal well-being. When these aspects of your life come together, it can be detrimental to your mental health. Finally, as teenagers, our lives are always dramatically changing, with different huge decisions just around the corner. Finding balance requires constant reassessment and readjustment to accommodate evolving priorities. Balancing life is not an easy task. It is like a process or skill that must consistently be worked on. The first step to balancing your life is not about time management. You can work as hard as you want, but you can never control time. You can only control yourself. So it's about personal management. The question you must ask yourself every day is, how do I manage myself to make the most out of today? First, build priorities and be flexible. You should know what your non-negotiables are and what's most important to you. You should also know that sometimes they will change, and your priorities aren't always the same as everyone else's. Second, we all have a big support system around us that we're not always aware of. People we can turn to when we're stressed. Make sure you can communicate what you can manage and what your limitations are. Third, take care of your health. Sleep, exercise, and eat healthy. It's stuff we already know, but we forget. Sleep is so important. If you don't get enough sleep, you feel hungry, cranky, anxious, stressed. You need it. Exercise releases stress, and eating right keeps you healthy and your mood relaxed. Finally, everything in moderation. Just because you can't do every single thing doesn't make you any less. We are all humans. Strive to do your best and don't regret what you weren't able to do. Balance is a skill that everyone needs to work on. It is not something you can immediately master, and when youth take time to balance their lives, they're able to make the most of them. Finally, a quote by Yana Kingsford: "Balance is not something you find, it's something you create." Thank you.